Epic action death showdown between Aries. Ares, the god of war, is a formidable character from DC Comics, well known for his powerful presence in both comics and movies. Portrayed by David Thewlis in the DC Extended Universe, he wields incredible abilities like superhuman strength, immortality, and even necromancy. As a major adversary of Wonder Woman, Ares embodies chaos and conflict, making every encounter with him an epic confrontation. Get ready, because today we're diving deep into an intense showdown featuring this iconic character. In today's showdown, Ares faces off against an equally fearsome opponent, the imposing Darkseid. The stakes couldn't be higher. Darkseid, the tyrannical ruler of Apocalypse, is known for his immense strength and mind-controlling Omega beams. Their rivalry escalates to a boiling point as Darkseid seeks to harness Ares' warlike essence to fuel his plans for universal domination. With the fate of Earth and perhaps the entire cosmos hanging in the balance, both characters are driven by their desires for power and domination. Expect an explosive clash that will leave viewers at the edge of their seats. Location of the battle. The battle unfolds on the war-torn remains of Themyscira, the legendary home of the Amazons. Ruins of once majestic temples stand as haunting reminders of past glory, while the crashing waves of the ocean roar in the background. Thunderstorms brew above, electrically charged and mirroring the intensity of the looming fight below. This mystical and chaotic setting perfectly reflects the reckoning between Ares and Darkseid, adding a level of drama that heightens every strike and maneuver in this epic confrontation. Build up to the showdown. As tensions rise, Ares gathers his warlike minions, defiantly ready to protect his home against Darkseid's looming threat. The audience can feel the anticipation as Darkseid's forces invade, clashing with Ares' warriors in a grand display of power. The early skirmishes are intense, setting the stage for the ultimate showdown. Speeches of battle and glory echo throughout the battlefield as warriors rally to Ares' side, believing him to be the ultimate protector. Meanwhile, Darkseid remains cold and calculating, confident that his power can crush even the spirit of the mighty god. As the two prepare to meet, it becomes clear this confrontation has been long in the making, with unresolved animosities fueling their fierce battle. The ground is set for an unimaginable clash of strength, strategy, and sheer will. The epic showdown begins. With a deafening roar, Ares and Darkseid charge toward each other, the air crackling with tension. Ares takes to the skies, displaying his power of flight, hurling thunderous lightning bolts down towards Darkseid. Darkseid, unfazed, counters with his Omega beams, creating explosive shockwaves that shake the very ground. Clashes of steel and magical energies entwine, each blow echoing like a drum of war, marking their ferocity. Ares swings his mighty sword, swinging it with the strength of Olympus itself, and Darkseid responds with an unyielding ferocity, his brutal attacks serving to remind Ares of the unwavering threat he poses. As bystanders, Amazons, and creatures of myth watch in awe and terror, the battlefield becomes a swirling storm of chaos, light, and feral fury. The fight is just starting to heat up, and each contender is out for a decisive victory. Key moments and turning points. As the battle rages, Ares finds himself pushed to his limits. Just when it seems Darkseid has the upper hand, Ares taps into his necromantic abilities, resurrecting fallen warriors who rise loyally to his side. The tide shifts in Ares' favor, but Darkseid, never one to back down, unleashes a torrent of energy, creating a massive shockwave that sends Ares reeling. However, Ares quickly counters, employing clever strategy and displaying his immense combat skill. With a fierce battle cry, he unleashes a powerful combination of attacks that momentarily stuns Darkseid. The audience can't help but cheer as Ares presses forward, but just as victory seems close, Darkseid manages to adapt, using the environment around him to launch a surprise counterattack. It's nail-biting moments like this that have viewers holding their breath, wondering who will ultimately prevail in this clash of titans. Climax of the battle. The battle reaches its nail-biting climax as Ares and Darkseid unleash their most devastating powers. Lightning crackles around Ares as he channels his energy for a final strike, while Darkseid summons all his might, preparing a blast of Omega energy. Tension builds as Ares leaps into the air, sword raised high, going for a decisive blow. The universe holds its breath as the two forces collide in an earth-shattering explosion, illuminating the battlefield in blinding light. Resolution and consequences. As the dust settles, Aries stands victorious, albeit battered and bruised. Darkseid, defeated but not destroyed, vows to return, leaving an ominous threat hanging in the air. Aries' warriors cheer in triumph, their faith in him restored. However, the battle leaves scars both on the land and in his spirit. Aries knows this victory may come at a high cost, reshaping alliances and sowing the seeds for future conflicts. The war may be won, but the fight is far from over. Conclusion and reflection. The showdown between Aries and Darkseid is one for the ages, highlighting the enduring struggle between chaos and order. This battle raises the question, is power ever truly enough? As Aries stands tall, the future of both gods and mortals remains uncertain, inviting fans to ponder what's next in the DC universe.